Hello all, welcome to the video series on Scratch by WiselyWise. We are so excited to start the series and we'll also see about WebVR, artificial intelligence, machine learning in the coming videos. Today let's see how to make Google Translate using Scratch. Google Translate is an AI tool with neural machine translation. We all would have used Google Translate at some point. Now let's make our own translating tool. We are going to create a translation project and it will also speak the translated words for us. Let's get started. First, we'll choose a sprite for translating. Yes, and we'll delete the existing sprite. As the backdrop is very blank, we'll just add some patterns to it. Yes. We'll also need one more sprite for the audio. So we'll choose a button for having the audio. Yes. So we have two sprites which are required for translating. Before we get started, we need two main extensions which are required for the project. One is Translate by Google Translate, which will help us translate the entered phrase and text into the desired language. And next is Text to Speech, which will convert the entered text to the audio. So these two are the main extensions which are required. Now let's get started to the project. We'll start with when the green flag is clicked, the sprite will say something. So we'll have it as let us translate for you. Yes. And after saying this, it should ask us something. So it will ask, enter the text to translate. We'll check it. Yes. We'll just add a wait block for more visibility. Yes. After it asks enter the text to translate, we'll just need a variable. So now I'm going to make a variable called text. So this variable will store the entered text. Now I'm going to take a set block and I'm going to choose as text. And I'll add answer block from sensing. So this block will set the entered text to the answer. So this is the flow. And we'll add one more wait block. Okay, now entering text is done. Next, it will ask us which language. So we'll add one more ask block and we'll give it as specify the language. Again, we'll make one more variable to store the language we are entering. We have created a language variable. So this variable will store the entered language. We are going to add a set block and the language is already selected. We'll go to sensing and add answer block to it. So this block will set the entered language to the answer. This is the flow. So we'll check it now. We'll give us hi and French. We can't see the translated word here. In order for that to happen, we'll need a say block. So now this translate block will help us. So this is the main block which helps us translate the entered text to the desired language. So this block will translate the entered text to the desired language. So we are adding the text variable and language variable to get the proper translation. Now we'll check it out. hi, and will give us French. Great. It gives us the translated word. Now we'll see how to make this audio to happen. So we'll go to the button block. So we'll have it as whenever the sprite is clicked, this button is clicked, it should spell out the translated word. So it should say the audio. So we'll take when the sprite is clicked, it should speak. Now we'll add a speak block. So when the sprite is clicked, this should speak out this particular translated word. So we'll take this translate block and it should translate the entered text to the desired language. So we have this block. So this should speak out this translated word. So we'll just add this block to speak. So we'll just check it now.
Salut.
Great. So it just spelled out the translated word. Great. Now let's add a little more animation to the button. So we'll go to the costumes block and we'll delete this and we'll just add some text to it. Voice. It's not visible. So we'll just change the color and bring it to the center. That's great. And we'll add one more costume. We'll add a speaker costume when this is spelled out. Great. Okay, so this voice and speaker. Now we'll just go to the code block. So whenever the sprite is clicked, it should change to the speaker block. So initially, we'll have it as when the sprite is clicked, switch costume to speaker. And again, after translating, it should switch costume to the button block. And there is one more point we'll have to construct. So we'll take whenever the green flag is clicked, we'll have to specify one important thing. So we have to set the language to English in order to avoid any different accent. So whenever the green flag is clicked again, it just sets the language to English for correct accent. We'll see how it works now. So whenever the green flag is clicked, I'm just entering hi and will give us French.
Salut.
That's great. So initially we want this speaker to look as button whenever the green flag is clicked. So we'll just add switch costume to button whenever the green flag is clicked. Yes. So yeah. How do we make this to happen in a repetitive manner? So we can't press green flag every time. So we'll add a forever loop to it. Great. And we'll just add a wait block below this for better flow. Now we'll just check out how this works. So whenever the green flag is clicked, we'll enter the text hello and we'll give us Spanish hola.
Hola.
It works. Now it's asking for the second time. Will give us French. Make sure to enter the correct spelling. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Great. So this works perfectly. So this is how we do the Google Translate using Scratch. Thank you all.